Come on, you do show me something. Hello, Richmond, Virginia. Ooh, Pennsylvania's in the house. Like that. Oh, there's my 8:30. Time to get the show going. We gotta get it going. So we have got a patron-only show tonight. After this show, there we go. We're
Mhm.
online. Jesse, you seen everything online?
Yes.
All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are gonna start the show in a second, and guys, once we start the show, you give us a call 808-468-7924. Once this show starts, you start calling in and you tell us how geocaching has changed your life. Tonight, as usual, everybody who calls in wins a prize. And then Chad and Jesse and I will choose the person to win the top prize.
No, say it right. Chad and Scott. I don't get to pick because I usually don't listen to everybody.
Oh, okay, fine. Sorry, Chad and I get to. Chad and I and the room gets to use the room. We
There
really
you go.
get to vote. We try to.
Yeah, we listen to the room when they got good suggestions.
All right, let's do this, Chad. Let's go. Here we go. All right, let's push this play. All right, we are recording the audio. I'm gonna be up late tonight too with this thing because I gotta like do the patron only show and then I gotta edit the audio. Oh, it's gonna be so late night.
You got somewhere to be in the morning?
I do actually, believe it or not. Here we go.
Oh
Three,
yeah, you sure do.
2, 1.
Grocery store.
You wanna know? Oh, Chad had to blow it. Listen to him. 3, 2, 1. I'll wait for y'all to finish.
Continue.
Thank you. 3, 2, 1. And now you broke it. There we go. 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in the flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is once again 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We got the beautiful Shorty and it's manning the phones. And please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Chad. 427.
Howdy, y'all. It's one up me time.
That's right, Chad. Tonight's episode 612, recorded live on April 22nd, 2020, is once again One Up Me Contest. How geocaching has changed your life. Phones lines are officially open, so give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. Guys, all right, start calling us. You want to get in on this. Everybody gets a prize tonight. But before we do this, guys, let's talk Patreon, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Patreon, you know what I love, Chad? We're creeping up on 90 patrons, and I love all of them. And let me tell you why. It's because, we have said over and over again how we're doubling up on shows and the cost is now double, and we're happy to pay for it because we're helping everybody out. But hey, if anything anybody could do would be fantastic. All the extra audio, all the extra video. You want to become a patron, join the other side, be in the inner circle, knuckle up to the bar. We've said it time and time again. Feel free to do so. But you know what? Our patrons stepped up, Chad, which is amazing. Chad, Cobalt Chief Chain, which I think he does this just because he likes hearing me destroy his name every time he does it. Because I never get it right. Cobalt Chieftain upped his Chad. He's already a gold star.
Chieftain.
Chieftain. He's already a gold star pledge, which means he's a gold star plus pledge already, which means he's above the top tier. Chad, he has upped his pledge past the top tier again. Again, Chad. I love this man so much. I've never met him in my life, and I love him dearly because he is well above the highest paying patron we have. I love him. Firefighter Skippy, Firefighter Skippy upped his pledge a tier. Thank you, Firefighter Skippy. Lady Black Cat upped her pledge a tier. These people are already patrons, Chad, and they're all up in their pledges, up a tier.
Awesome.
Shambles 123 today, just an hour before the show, upped his pledge a tier. So thank you so much, Shambles 123.
Thanks, Ryan.
I love these guys who are doing this for us. They're saying, let's help just a little more. Here you go. I got a few extra bucks to throw you per month. So We appreciate that very, very much. So please, guys, give anything you can. But before that, if you also want to make a one-time payment to us, you can do that as well. We have set up now one-time payments. You can go to PayPal. The website is paypal.me/ the geocaching podcast. That's PAYPAL.me/ the geocaching podcast. But if you want to become a patron and get in on all the extra audio, all the extra video, all the stuff we have on the other side, after this show, we have a patron only show right after this show. If you become a patron during this show, right now, if you become a patron during this show, you can be in tonight on the patron only show tonight. And it's Chad, it's pub trivia, geocaching pub trivia tonight. Geocaching GCPC pub trivia, Chad.
Awesome.
With See My Show with Craig, the best accent around. You can't go wrong with that. So, we're going to do that after the show tonight. It's going to be a late night. We're going to be boozing it up all night. So it's going to be fun. So if you want to become a patron of this show, you can. Just go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the geocaching podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
And tonight we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go caching than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com, LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Recon soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for out there enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for our geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted makes unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group, with adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL. If you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, you have come to the right place. Please
And,
whoa,
sorry.
Chad? You
Go
okay?
ahead.
Yeah. You have something to add to this? Or?
Nope.
Okay, fine. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your geocaching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And finally, by pattags.com. For all your swag and pattag needs, visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattags. With over 39,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. And for Scott, that's PATHTAGS.com.
I thank you so much. I appreciate that. My OCD thanks you. And as always, you can find the links to all our sponsors on our website or in our show notes. Hey, Chad, Houston, Texas Dave is asking for the link to Patreon. Can you copy and paste the link into the chat room, please?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. In the meantime, because I'm doing this, we got some news here, so let's...
The news.
Thank you so much. Guys, give us a call. Jesse's taking phone calls right now, but give us more. 808-468-7924. Remember, if you call in, you win a prize, guys. That's the way it is. You have a chance to win the big prize, including the path tag, which I just showed Chad and Jesse, and they both hated, so I have to redo it. So if you eventually all the winners are going to get a path tag of this as well. So I currently have to redo it. So in the meantime, once it comes out, we will have it. But don't forget, join us this Saturday night for the Saturday Night Antisocial Club. It'll be on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, 8 p.m. Chicago time. That's Central Standard. Every Saturday night until this quarantine is over, Chad. Now they're talking about June.
Yeah. By the way, for what it's worth, Jesse and I didn't say we hated it. We just weren't overly enthused about it.
I know what my wife, and I say my wife, I know what my wife's looks mean. We've been together for 7.5 years. You don't think I know her looks by now? When she just goes like this look right here, that look.
Really?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I know my wife's look. Patrons, again, be sure to join us after this ends for the patron-only pub trivia about geocaching. Use your phones as your buzzer and see real-time who's winning. Yes, the winner also wins a prize. That's tonight after this show. So Chad, get this. HQ event now and Geo Woodstock all moved to August 2021. I saw it today. Going Ape, not shockingly, the Going Ape Mega also moved to August 2021. How about
So
that?
that's August 21st and August 28th, respectively, which I guess the Going Ape Mega would be August 22nd because it's a Sunday following.
Yeah. So we got some emails, Chad, as well. So let's get to these guys. Give us a call. You want to call us 808-468-7924. I see Jesse's taking phone lines here, but give us a call. Come on, let's fill that queue. Everybody should be calling in. How geocaching changed your life? Everybody has a reason for this. Come on, give us a call. 808-468-7924 here. So let's where's the mail? There it is.
Yay! I got mail.
Okay, let's murder this name.
M-Nerve. What is that?
You think that's M-Nerve?
I'm thinking it's M-Nerve. M-N-E-R-V. He called in last week, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
I was super nervous to call into the show. You know, I hear that a lot. People say, like, I'm just too nervous to call in. And I always tell them, you know, when people see me in person, I'm like, dude, just call in. It doesn't, you're not, I promise you, it's not a very big deal, you know. And once you call in, it's over. Like you've broken that seal, so to speak, or busted the cherry, however you want to say it. And then it's easy, you know.
Yeah. Scott doesn't bite.
I don't bite. Yeah. Jesse might. You got to be nice to Jesse. Yeah. Josie, I'll get you. Because Jesse's the one who takes the phone calls. So maybe it's Jesse's fault for not setting them at ease, Jet. Maybe we'll just blame Jesse on that.
I try to be nice.
So he says, I was super nervous to call into the show. Super scary to get the show on to get onto the show, but it went well. I rewatched, re-listened after the call, and didn't seem not normal at all. No, your call was fine. Scott was asking about filling up the cache container. So here's the vlog. Oh, he's got a link in the show notes to his vlog. At the YouTube click. If you go to 650 in the video, the vlogger goes to the swag he found in the ammo can. Hope to meet you in August at the 20-year celebration. No, that's not going to happen, unfortunately.
Well, it'll be August, just August of next year.
HQ is only 20 air miles or 60 road miles, so I'll be there. And I bought some glow-in-the-dark Yeezy knockoffs for the Ape event. They should light up the 2.5-mile tunnel quite nicely. Yeah. Oh, GSM times 2 says Jesse's the reason I call.
Aw.
Hey, that's my wife, sir. Yeah, we got married, by the way. If anybody, fun fact. We talked about that last Saturday, though. If you don't join in this Saturday, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jesse and I got married. Fun fact. We don't have time to get into it because we got to get through this show. But yeah. So that was place your bets, Chad. From Indiana, your hometown. Says your home state, rather, I should say. Thank you so much for allowing us to be on your show. Covert Ops 74 did all of the talking, as she's the extrovert and I'm the shy one. See, that sounds familiar in a relationship, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. It was our first time calling in. You had heard about our porch cache. Oh yes, I asked. We've heard about the porch cache because I had mentioned it in my log on your porch cache. Oh, that's where it was. My 7-page journal of a log, as Trisha calls it. She's more of a Scott Burks logger. Her logs are usually found it with place your bets. We've been listening to the show for about a year now and love it. We would listen to the recorded versions while we were on our little weekend road trips. But since we are banned from traveling and are now home most Wednesday nights, we've been watching you live on YouTube and on the living room TV, Jess. We are live on
That's
the
so scary to think how huge we are on people's
people
walls.
do it. I mean, we went to Texas. And,
we've seen it.
Yeah, he was showing us how he views it. And
larger than life.
I am literally larger than life. My head is a monster. A big melon.
Scary.
On the TV. Yeah. I actually think she's loving it more than me now. 3 times a day during the day, she reminded me that it was Wednesday and we had to be home at 8:30 to watch your podcast. We are holding you to promise to come to Evansville. Yeah, we'll come to Evansville. Jess, we'll get to Evansville.
Absolutely.
We'll get there.
As soon as we're allowed.
Not exactly allowed. Chad, that means you too. Oh, that's low. That's a little tall order right there to get
I'll
Chad.
get back to Evansville. Last time I was there, I think I was in high school in a math tournament at is it Evansville University or there's Indiana. It's not Indiana State University. There's another one down there as well.
I don't know.
One of those two.
I could not tell you.
Yeah, but it's down. It's down in the far southern tip.
Nice. Um,
Don't take that wrong.
We actually met Chaz. Get this, Chaz. We actually met Chaz and Bibleman Rick at the Going Caching event last October.
Oh yeah.
Any memory of that, Chad?
I've met so many people. I know I met Ryan in something else was going on. It was like I felt like I was rude to him and kind of almost turned around. And
You were rude to everybody we met. Really?
I try not to, but you know when you're like everyone in your group, you got 6 other people in your group that's like, come on, let's go, and it's like you only got so much time, but yeah, I mean, I met so many people. I cashed with several of our patrons as well, like GSMX2 and some others.
Anyway, come to Evansville and we'll give you the grand tour. Of course, there's our porch cache, but we also have our virtual and a webcam here too. Webcam is in a haunted library, Jess.
Awesome.
There's a bass geo art nearby put out by yours truly among the other real good caches to get. So definitely worth the trip. Anyway, thanks for the quality podcast. We listen to it every week and take away some really good ideas like the porch cache. I knew I really wanted a briefcase, but figure out where to place it and then front porch. There you go. So thank you so much to place your bets. Glad we can help you out. And yeah, sorry I missed you when you came to our porch, but hopefully we'll get out there. All right, that's about it. So let's get to the show, Chad. So again, everybody who calls in gets a prize. I was talking to Practical Geocaching, and he actually told us that he's created I think it's a GCPC special official geocache label assortment for everybody. Anybody who calls in gets the official geocache label assortments, which consists of one official geocache label, one official geocache label camoed, one official geocache label stealth, 3 1-inch round geocache labels, which I use. They're kind of awesome. I put them on my caches, and 3 1-inch square official geocache labels as well.
And by the way, that's a base, not a bass.
Did I say base?
On the geo art?
Is it a base? Okay.
It's a base. It was like I was kind of wondering about that, so I had to go to the map.
A fisherman. I'm not judging.
I had to go to the map. Well, they're spelled exactly the same, so I used to play bass guitar, so I was like, and I was like, is it a bass or a bass? So I had to go out there and look at it.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a bass.
You played bass guitar.
Yeah.
You played bass guitar. Guess what I played?
The guitar.
Bass guitar.
Bass guitar.
Bulk number. Okay. And then the winner tonight gets the bulk numbered log package, 52 pre-cut numbered right in the rain logs. Chad, that's for our winner tonight. Compliments. 52 pre-cut numbered right in the rain logs, Chad.
Wow.
That is for the winner tonight. But everybody gets some label assortments, and they're really good. I've actually used them on my caches. So give us a call, 808-468-7924. Chad, we're starting right now. Are you ready, Chad?
I'm ready.
We're bringing in New York. New York, hello. Woo Sung 4JC. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
You're a brand new cacher, I'm reading.
Yeah, I started in March.
Wow. Like last month, March?
Yeah. Last March, yeah.
You started during a pandemic, or you started last year?
No, last March of this year. So,
wow. Okay. How many caches do you have?
My girlfriend actually introduced it to me, and I've been hooked since she introduced it.
And so you're in New York, which is a pretty good
Yes.
hotspot for the virus. And
Well, the thing is, I live in the suburbs, so but there's still a lot of geocaches around here too. So
okay.
I'm able to get my share of geocaches here.
And so, have you hit 100 yet? Have you hit 100 yet?
No, I haven't hit 100, but because I work full time, I work as a nurse in a nursing home right now,
Oh, God bless you.
and so after my shift ends, I have like a few hours of daylight, and I go geocaching for a few hours, and then come home. I get a few DNFs, but then I do get like get some fines, and I'm about at 26 fines right now, but
26.
it's just a start.
Oh, Jess, do you remember being 26 fines in?
I do. I think I was about that when I met you.
Oh, 26 fines. That's fantastic. The whole geocaching world is your oyster.
Yep.
You haven't seen anything.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you,
So,
Michael, how has geocaching changed your life?
well, after going, having to take care of patients during the day, and it's a stress reliever.
Sure.
Certainly, when you go geocaching after work, and like you find it, it's like you just get an addiction of finding more geocaches,
Hmm.
and you just like end up like being obsessive to the screen, and like try to drive to different places and find them. And sometimes, unfortunately, it's the DNF, but like it happens once in a while, and but the explorations were fun, and I look forward to finding more geocaches
Have
and maybe hitting 100 and 1,000 one day.
it's funny is that you're DNFing these caches, and I promise you in another 2 months you keep caching, you go back, you're gonna find it straight away. There's an
Yeah.
old saying that the 100 are the hardest to find. Those are the hardest 100 you're gonna find because you're seeing all the new hides. You're seeing by the time you hit 100, supposedly you found every hide you're gonna see.
So have you found a lamppost cache yet?
A lamppost, you're asking? Have you found a
Yeah.
lamppost yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
And the first time you did it, was it like amazing?
Well, the thing is, the cache was really wet because, like, I guess it was raining a lot in that area, and then just like it just like it was not a good waterproof bag,
Okay.
and
But for a lot of people, the first time they find an LPC, it's like, oh, these
Oh, it's a
things
great
lift up.
thing.
It's like it's amazing. It's like, wow, I never knew these did that.
This person's a genius.
And then
I actually found had found some LPC YouTube videos, and so like, I
Oh,
know that they
damn
were
okay.
they existed. So
damn
like,
YouTube.
So you were spoiled.
an area I was like, play it, and I saw a lamppost, like it might be a possibility it's under here. So
Okay.
Okay, Michael, but have you walked a mile and a half into the woods and found a cache, found an ammo can? Have you done that yet?
I haven't found an ammo can. I've seen like a lot of Tupperware containers along trails,
Mhm.
and it gives me a good opportunity to get some fresh air and do some exercising,
Absolutely.
some jogging a little bit. So it's been good.
All right, so awesome. So stress relieving, it's a way to help you relieve your stress during this horrible time, especially with your job. Is
Yeah.
the way it's changed. Well, that's awesome. That's
That's
awesome.
good. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I mean, I hope you keep doing it because it's a fantastic thing to do. I'm 18,000 caches in. Jesse's 12,000 caches in.
And just wait until events are allowed again, and then you start meeting other cachers, and you
Right.
hear the stories, and they'll recommend great caches for you to go to, and
Yeah.
it'll open up so much for you.
It's
Right.
a lot of fun. I've seen some amazing things. I've traveled half this country just caching. And so it's a wonderful thing to do. So keep doing it, even if you and your girlfriend break up. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't stop doing it.
I'm about to actually propose to my girlfriend in a little bit.
Oh, look at
But
that!
I mean,
Mazel
like
tov.
she introduced it to me, and she is like the love of my life right now.
She's a keeper.
Yeah.
She wants to do geocaching with me, and but she has found less items than I did, but nonetheless, like she lives in the city and I'm in the suburbs, and like, but it's a fun activity.
No,
wherever
absolutely.
you are.
I hope you keep doing it because it's something that I've been doing it for 12 years. Jesse, how long you been doing it for? I mean, how long you been doing it?
9 years.
Chad, how long you been doing it for?
Almost 10 years.
Yeah, so you can do it 10 years later. You can still be doing it, and it's a great thing to do. It's a great thing. So that's awesome, man. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate the call in, and that's a
Thank
great
you.
one.
Yeah.
Stress relieving for a nurse. We appreciate everything you do, especially during this time, and we appreciate you calling in. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll talk soon.
Stay safe.
So, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
how has it changed your life, Chad? Before we get to another phone call, everybody, 808-468-7924. Give us a call. Tell us how it's changed your life.
I would say just the places that I've discovered from geocaching has expanded my horizon in just within my own neighborhoods in areas. So the places that it's taken me to has really blown my mind.
Fair enough. There you go. And me too. Like I said, I've seen half this country. I've seen Canada, and all because of geocaching. I never would have done it without it. And I've seen some amazing things in this country because of geocaching. But we're gonna bring in Canada. We're gonna bring in Neltra. Is that correct? Am I reading that correctly?
That is correct. Yeah.
Tracy, right? Your name is Tracy. Your caching name is Neltra.
Yes, it is.
Okay, you got to explain that name to me. What does that name mean?
Well, my name is Tracy Nelson, so the first three letters of my first name, first three letters of my last name reversed.
I love how people figure.
And that actually comes from my brother. His name is Nelker, and he introduced me to geocaching, so I just kind of followed along.
And where is that? Sook, British Columbia? Is that correct?
Sook, BC. Yeah, we
Sook,
are a
BC.
little community just outside of Victoria, BC, which is on Vancouver Island. Do you know this area at all?
No, I've never been to Vancouver. I never have actually been there. No. I want to. Trust me, it's on my bucket list. It's absolutely. I heard it's amazing. I heard it's gorgeous. So
I got a few caches in Victoria.
Woodstock is now been put off till 2011 or 2021. So come out for that.
I know. Jesse and I, we're trying to figure out what we're gonna. Jesse and I have a honeymoon we got to plan, Chad. We're trying to figure that out. Where we're gonna go for a honeymoon. We were talking the other day. So maybe Vancouver might make it because I've always wanted to go there.
Abbotsford would be perfect.
So tell me about how geocaching changed your life.
Well, it saved my sanity really because July of 2011, I split up with my ex, and I won't explain really, but the bad situation was that we didn't sell the house for 5 years, and I had to live upstairs and him downstairs. So it was a very difficult situation.
Wow.
So
For 5 years you did that?
Just about 5 years, yes. Five long years, yes.
Yeah.
So it saved my sanity. It got me out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
It took my mind off of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It, met so many people because of it, lifelong friends, I might add. The awesome places that I've seen because of it, as you guys were mentioning as well. I never would have seen these places if it wasn't for geocaching.
Right.
It brought me on so many adventures. It's brought me up to tops of mountains, into caves, boating out in the ocean, boating in rivers, like just so many things. And, fast forward to today, now I'm the secretary of the BC Geocaching Association.
Oh, nice.
I've got, and actually we've got my caching partner, Boomer 365, and I hosted one of the bigger events on the island. It's a hide and go event. It was the 18th annual this year.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I don't know, just brought me so many adventures. I met so many people. It's
sure.
No, I mean sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, even with everything going on nowadays too, I'm on day 864 consecutive.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Everything going on. Wow.
Yep, everything going on. But you have to think about where I live. So we live on an island, which thankfully
Yeah.
they have a water barrier around us. So, the pandemic is
Sure.
quite low here. We still have to be very careful, and we got to keep our distance and all that stuff. But my backyard's got what we call the Souk Hills, and it's got thousands and thousands of caches. Mind you, got to huff and puff to go get them, but still,
You got to earn them.
they're there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I did the same thing in 2010 when I got divorced to my first wife. Geocaching saved my life. I mean, it kept my sanity, it kept my health, it kept me, it just got me out, and it really just saved me, so I totally understand what you're talking about. I totally get that. And it does. And I'm sure anybody, but not me and you are not the only ones. I'm sure other people who went through a divorce and all that, it saves you. It really does. Just getting you out and getting your mind off of stuff, especially if you're living in that situation. I totally get it. And so good for you. I'm glad that helped you. And thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it. All the way from Canada. So, I'm sorry I kept you on hold for so long. I didn't realize you were from Canada. I would have got you sooner. I apologize. So.
Oh, good. That's okay. I appreciate you taking my call. Thank you very much.
No, please. Thank you.
You guys.
Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you calling in. And it's good to hear from you. So be well. Okay, Trace. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe, everybody.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Chad.
Oh.
We got Paris calling in, but not the good Paris. We got Jay Schultz. Hello, sir.
Yeah, we're the cheap knockoff Paris. How are you guys doing?
How has geocaching changed your life, sir?
Well, I've got the same the reasons everybody else has. It changes the way you see the world. You see things you never knew were there. You never look at red diamonds the same way again. But
Right.
It has, however, changed my professional life just the slightest little bit. You see, I'm a band and choir director for the school here, and if you've ever done a marching band trip, you know how it kind of works. You go and do your thing, and then you have about 7 hours between then and the award ceremony. So that leaves you with some time to
geocache.
So I was like, hey, I'm going to go find this geocache, and if you want to come with me, why don't you come with me? Just kind of a thing to pass the time. And, so there's, several kids around here who have geocaching accounts, and they'll do it every once in a while, but it's kind of been a dangerous thing, because then now all these kids have a subject that they know will distract me and get me off topic.
So they can bring it up.
And so it's become a bit of a liability, a little bit. Just I have to be like, we'll talk about that later. Let's actually do what we're supposed to do.
Right.
It's like, nice try.
That's awesome. And you are from Paris, Missouri, right? Is that where you are?
Correct.
Oh, sorry. The whole chat room's wondering which Paris you're from. Apparently,
I mean, there are only 23 Parises in the U.S.
He's from Missouri, guys. Sorry, he's from the really bad one. He's from Missouri.
Hey now.
Sorry,
it was fun. It was fun. We did it. We had a French guy come around. He was a professional photographer, visiting all of the Parises in the country to compile a book about all of the Parises in the U.S. I'm not sure whatever became of that, but I'm sure he was very interested by a small town basketball game and kind of all that entailed.
That's awesome. So as a teacher, all right, thanks, man. Appreciate the call. Love it. Thank you so much for calling in. Be safe. Be well. Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So Chad, Jesse's on the phone, so I can't ask Jesse. So I'm gonna say, Chad, how about I met my wife geocaching? How about that?
Yeah, that's not really a life changer, dude.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
How about I started a podcast or two?
Okay, that works.
How about that? I've started 2 podcasts about geocaching. I've met my wife geocaching. I'd say, it's pretty prevalent in my life.
Yeah, definitely life changers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my life is way different than it's funny because before I grew up Jewish kid from the North Shore, Chicago. I don't know if anybody even knows what that is, but I never stepped foot in a forest until I started geocaching. Never.
Wow.
Stepped foot in a forest. No, never went camping, nothing like that. And that's all different. And now look, I married a tomboy, and all we do is go into the woods, for Christ's sake. That's all we do. So yeah, so it's funny how it's really changed my life. I talked to my ex-wife about it because we're still friends, and she just shakes her head. She because she's just that's just not her thing either. It never was, but she's especially going into the woods is not my ex-wife's thing. So yeah, so we'll keep it going, Chad. Chad, we have got Ohio on the line. Soccer Rocks, hello.
Good morning or afternoon, evening.
It's actually evening.
Hi.
I don't know where you live, but it's evening here.
You caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for the
Oh, I'm
beep
sorry.
beep.
Where have you been?
Sorry.
You fell off the map. Where have you been? You've called in before.
I actually don't usually get to watch live because I usually have to get up at 5:15 in the morning for school.
Oh,
but I'm teaching from home right now.
5:15 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I live an hour away from the campus I teach at.
Oh, that's brutal. Really?
Yeah.
An
I
hour?
have an 8 o'clock class of calculus at 8 o'clock. So.
You have a 2-hour commute? An hour there?
No, it's an hour, but it takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to get me and the dogs and everybody all taken care of.
Hang on. First, this is my kind of teacher, a calculus teacher.
You're a calculus teacher?
Yes, I teach college math.
Did you discuss this with
calculus? And all of the maths.
Did you discuss this with Jesse? Because Jesse's a huge math nerd. Jesse's like the biggest math nerd there.
No.
Jesse
I had
always,
no idea.
Jesse always says I should have been a math teacher. Jesse is amazing at math. She's like she's that nerdle. That's why she's the puzzle person and I'm not. I'm the artsy and Jesse's the nerdle math person. And
well, then your kids are set.
oh, she's my kid's tutor. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She tutors all the kids. Yeah. And
my son won't listen to me. So
really? Well, no, Jesse's smart. Jesse does it in a good way, but that's so funny. Jesse, yeah, you should have said something to her because you guys would literally still be talking. When Jesse has an excuse to use math, she's so excited. She literally gets excited when she has an excuse to use math. Sorry. Okay, so
I totally get it.
Sorry, this is not about me. This is about you. So, how has it changed your life?
Okay, well, I heard about it I don't know how many years ago, but before smartphones, and it sounded like a cool idea, but it sounded really difficult. So last summer, my boyfriend and I were on vacation in Michigan at my cousin, and she said, "Hey, have you guys ever thought about geocaching?" We were like, "What? No, what's that?" Told us about it. We found one that day. Found, I don't even know, like 20 more on that trip at least, and we've been going ever since. I work out a ton. I'm actually on the stationary bike right now. He sits on the couch and watches a lot of YouTube.
Nice.
So this has given us something we can go out and do together that is exercise and fun, and we're both kind of obsessed now.
Okay. Now here's the
thing. I told Jesse, go ahead.
Now here's the thing. Now Jesse's in way better shape than I am. There's no doubting that. You could look at both of our bodies and you could tell. Jesse gives me shit. Excuse my language. Gives me crap when I can't keep up with her. Do you give your boyfriend crap when he can't keep up with you? Because obviously you're in better shape than him. So Jesse is like not even literally. Jesse will climb a mountain, not even huffing and puffing. I'm literally dying, ready to die. And she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Really?" Like and because she's trying to, she's just huffing right up the mountain, like not even stopping. So do you do the same thing, or do you take pity on him?
Well,
unlike my wife,
not really, because he doesn't work out, but he does he installs granite countertops for a living, so he's always lifting heavy stuff and going up and downstairs in people's houses.
That has nothing to do with what's it called when you have, and it has nothing to do with endurance. Endurance is endurance. You have to work that. You have to travel. You have to walk, run. I have no endurance.
I mean, if we ran to a cache, sure, but he keeps up just fine, and he's a lot taller than me, so I have to work a lot harder.
Oh, you got twice the steps. You got twice the steps. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. So, it gives you guys time to spend together. Is what you're saying. Yeah,
and during this quarantine, we actually started hiding our first ones. We have 369 finds, but we just started hiding. And we are hiding a series called Stay at Home in local parks.
Nice.
We've done like Stay at Home Day 2, Stay at Home Day 10, whatever day it is.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
That's
sweet.
It's
been a big hit.
Yeah, it's I said a couple of shows ago that I've also found the joy of hiding again. Like I said, I've hidden 22 caches since it started. It's like I've found the joy of hiding again, and I've been really, really, really enjoying it. So I'm glad you're hiding.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much for calling in. Well,
no problem. Thanks for taking my call.
Be safe out there. We'll talk to you soon. Okay. Don't be such a stranger.
All right. You too. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Chad, we got carrot killer. We got some carrot killer on. Here we go. There we go. Hello. Hello. How you doing?
What's up? Got to take you off speaker.
Am I on the big screen right now? Am I on the big ass screen? Is that where I am? He's got the biggest TV channel.
No, you're on the big ass
My
screen.
head is melon on that.
Larger than life.
Literally larger than life. So tell me, Carrot, how has geocaching changed your life?
Well, I've got the same story a lot of people have, where prior to geocaching, going like 30 miles from my house might as well have been to another state or something. And now, I'll go 300 miles if there's an interesting FTF available.
Wow.
Which is insanity at its finest right there is what that is. To go 300 miles for an FDF is kind of insane, if you ask me.
I agree.
Thank you. Chad agrees.
I found FTS well further than 300 miles, but I've never driven 300 miles specifically to get an FTF.
And so, just out of curiosity,
we've done that.
How do you talk Leslie into that? How do you talk her into that?
There's no talking her into it. She's the one saying, "What's taking you so long?"
Really? She'll be like, she's like, "Let's go." Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's impressive, man. Because I don't know if Jesse would be up for a 350-mile FTF attempt.
And there's only one other.
If you don't have to go to work and you've got the time, why not, right?
I guess, yeah. I can think of more fun things to do with my wife than I go drive for 350 miles for an FTF.
There's only one other cacher that I can think of that consistently would go 300 miles for an FTF bind, and you probably know him, Texas Rider.
Yeah, I've met him. A funny story about him is there was like over 100 kayak caches that came out on the San Jacinto River a few months ago, and a big group of us went to get them, and the cache owner was like, "Hey, get them today, get FTF." We got about 50 of them. The Texas Rider went all day, all night until he got every last one.
Yep.
Wow.
That guy is crazy with FTS.
Yeah.
All right, Carrot. Always good. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry to go on, but I was going to say the real reason, that geocaching has changed my life is, I was a single man and I met a woman geocaching who became my best friend, and then we got married.
Yes.
And now we live together. And
I would hope.
She
Yeah.
left her home state of Georgia and lives in Texas with me now.
And you dragged her to Texas.
Dragged her to the great state.
Hey, man, I share a similar story as you, sir. I do too. I
know.
Met a woman geocaching, fell in love with her, married her eventually, and now we live together. Well, we've lived together for many.
So we've lived together for a really long time.
7 years we've lived together. Carrot, always a pleasure, my friend. You being well and safe?
Indeed. Yeah, I'm getting by.
All right. Oh, so what's the story with you? With you getting deployed? Any news on that?
No, man. I haven't gone to work in so long.
You know what? Okay, look at it this way. Every day is one more step closer to retirement. Look at it that way.
I know that.
Oh, yeah, I know you know
our,
that.
like, work group chat, all these privates were like, "Can I get a part-time job?" I was like, "You guys are crazy. This is awesome."
Can I get a part-time job? All right, man. Be well. Be safe. We'll talk soon. Okay?
All right.
Yeah. Bye. Oh, Chad, Jesse.
Yes.
2 things. Get closer to the mic.
Yep.
1, Soccer Rocks is a freaking calculus teacher.
Amazing.
You guys didn't talk at all. I'm like,
No.
you tell Jesse you teach math. You guys would still be on the phone right now.
My best friend.
I know, right? That's what I said. I'm like, I can't believe you didn't tell Jesse you teach math. Jesse, give me one for you. How has geocaching changed your life? You weren't on calls at the second. You were on the phone call with GSM times 2 for like 20 minutes.
Nope. That wasn't Scott I was talking to.
Oh, what are you
I
talking?
was getting some great listener feedback.
Oh, okay.
So,
Fair enough. Okay, go ahead. I figured you sometimes who says you're the only reason he calls in. I figure.
oh yeah, we were chatting for a little bit too.
All right, go ahead. So what? So how
Uh,
did geocaching change your life?
Duh, I met you,
Well, that's-
and we have created this whole life together that, for the most part, revolves around children and geocaching.
For the most part. Yes.
And yeah, I mean, that has turned into our life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Or we plan our vacations around it, even if we do take the children.
Yes.
And
drive them crazy
yes,
because they have to cache when they don't want to.
that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
I was even proposed to at a geocache.
Well, yes, you were. Yes.
And the first thing we did as a married couple was
Found a geocache.
find a geocache.
But we DNF the ones that were in the rocks right by our wedding.
I know.
We DNF. Well, we never really DNF. We stopped because we had to get back.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we're like,
We
screw
didn't
it.
look
We'll
very
go get
well.
a park and grab. Like, why? This was like a 4.5 difficulty. We're like, well, let's go get a park and grab, and we did. And guess what? Well, I think we got a cache of a listener too. How funny is that?
Yeah.
Not
We
even on
found
purpose.
cache by Iowa Pete.
Yeah, not even on purpose. Just totally just grabbed the first cache we saw, and it was by him. All right, Jess, I'll go back to taking calls then. Thank you so much.
Sure.
We got Iowa on. Speaking of, we got Iowa. We got Scorpion Red 48. Hello.
Yeah, that's Scorpio Red. 48,
my
but that's
apologies.
okay.
My apologies. Scorpio, you are absolutely correct. Jesse typed it correctly. Scorpio Red 48 out of Des Moines.
It's really not fair to follow up a couple of, getting married. I mean, that is clearly, life changing, too. So, I mean, mine is not, I've traveled, up to the Hudson Bay and got geocaches in Churchill and, the oldest in Ireland and France. I've traveled a lot and, gone to some great events. But the thing that I tell people is that the thing that changed my life the most is that I have climbed, I'm 62. I have climbed more trees when I was 50 than I ever did in my entire life before geocaching.
That's fantastic.
I
So
mean,
true. Yeah.
I climbed. I was telling Jesse the story early on when I was geocaching. It was like 5 or 6 months in, and I had climbed this tree, and I got the geocache and was going to sign it, and I didn't have my ink pen on me. It was back in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh no. So a guy was riding his bicycle down below me, and I yelled at him. I asked him if he could give me an ink pen, and he looked at me like I was crazy, and he went on. And so I had to climb back down the tree and wait a month to get the cache. So I didn't get it till later. But yeah, I always tell that story that the amount of trees I've climbed is crazy, and some of them are still too tall for me to climb. But I like to hide. Oh, you would hate me, Scott, but yeah, little blinkies in a tree.
Oh, come on, man. Seriously.
Oh yeah, where you got to climb like 20 feet up, and you find this little miniature bison tube in a tree.
You see, here's the thing. My theory is I'm not climbing the tree until I see the cache. That's the rule.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you hide those, do you hide it so that it can be seen from the ground?
I'm not climbing a
Or
tree.
not.
To climb a tree. I'm 49 years old. I'm not climbing
no.
a tree to
You
climb a
have
tree.
There's a lot of caches that I've climbed a tree that you don't see it until you get up there 15, 20 feet, and then you see it, and you either have to climb more or you got to climb out a limb or something.
Yeah, I don't climb it unless I see it. That's one of my rules.
Well, I've heard you say enough time, Scott, that you don't climb anymore at all.
No, I do because Jesse usually doesn't like to climb, so usually I have to. I'd say
Oh,
nine times.
you still climb?
Yeah, I still. Yeah, well, ever since I fell out of that tree, how many years ago was that? Just like 6
Oh
years ago, I
gosh, that
fell out
was
of a tree,
at least
and that
5 or
put a
6.
serious like damper. I would be like a monkey up the tree. I wouldn't care. And then I fell out of a tree like 6 years ago, and it was it shook me pretty good, in terms of like now it's like I freeze, And Jesse's no good. Jesse's not good with the heights, and she freezes quick. So usually I'm the one climbing it. I don't like it, but I do it, and I'm getting better at it. But yeah, I'm usually the one. 9 times out of 10, I'm usually the one climbing the tree. Yes, unless it's a small little climb, then Jesse will climb it. But if it's up there, I'm up there. Yeah.
I remember at Moga a couple years ago, there was one up in a tree, and I started it. I was with a group, and we came back down. It was too high up, and this young guy, he came along, and we said, "Do you want to share first to find on this?" And he said, "Sure." And we said, "Well, it's way up there." And he climbed up, find all of us, and we all shared the first find.
Yeah, I love the fact that like kids will do it. A lot of people take their
Yeah.
kids up. I see someone saying like, bring your kids. You know what? It's because kids have no fear of death.
Oh,
They think
yeah.
they're invincible.
Well, for a long time, that was the only way I could get my son to go geocache. Now I can't get him to go at all, but it's like if there was a tree climb involved, he would go all the way up till probably when he was about 13, 14 years old. And then after that, it's like, yeah, no, screw it. It's like, I don't want to go at all.
It's pretty amazing, man. Like
But,
no
yeah.
no fear of death at all.
I've definitely climbed more trees in the past 10 years than I did the 40 years or so before that.
You see, Jess?
So what made your son quit deciding to go caching?
That's boring. According to him, it's boring.
The trees aren't a challenge anymore.
Oh, so now it's like, yeah, I guess he's kind of lost interest in climbing trees as well. So yeah, so
he's older now.
He's older now. I mean, he's 18 now, or he'll be 18 in a couple weeks. But so he has a very little interest in climbing trees today. But definitely no interest whatsoever in grabbing a geocache while on vacation. So, which I'll get to that in a bit.
Scorpio Red, thank you so much for calling in, buddy. We appreciate the call.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. So, here, tree climb should be banned. I don't believe that at all.
Nah.
I don't believe that. Nah. I nearly fell out of a tree on Sunday. It's not fun falling out of a tree, man. It's scary as hell, man. Let me tell you. Yeah, I did. Kuhn and Bud said, I sent Jesse up a telephone pole on Periscope. Remember that, Jess? In the rain.
I sure do.
You know what?
I don't think it was raining, but it was night. So
it was windy too.
It was very, very windy, and I was up at the very top of it, and it was doing this, and I was
because we were trying to help her get over her fear of this. This is at a time in our caching career when I was trying to get Jesse over the fear of that. It didn't help, but
it didn't help.
No, but I think you even said like, "I'll do it." You wanted to do it.
I wanted to do it because the pole did not seem very sturdy, and I didn't know that it would hold you. And at the time, I was like 20 pounds lighter than I am now, so I had no,
under 100 pounds.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that was why I went. And then it was a bison that wouldn't thread right, so I was up there forever fumbling with it, trying to get it rethreaded to close it.
That was a long time ago, man. Kuhn and Bud, good memory on that. Long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
All right, let's bring in GSM times 2. Hello, sir. California.
How are you doing, sir? Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I actually conned her into marrying me. How about that, huh? Isn't that great?
I think it's fabulous that you guys focus your life on geocaching the kids. That's a great place to be.
How has it changed your life, sir?
People, I used to be fairly introverted, and over, I guess, 17 years of geocaching and going to events and going to mega events and doing some teaching and doing some podcasts and doing this and doing that, I'm now kind of the social butterfly at an event, and not only locally, but nationally. See Michelle's there. Met him. Actually hosted an event for him down in Los Angeles his last night here in America. The first time he came, and and it's just I'll say to people I'm an introvert, and they'll go scoff, and in actuality, when I look, I'm not. So I think that's what changed my life significantly. But there are also so many other stories out there, and and one of the things, I can't wait until I meet you and Jesse. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, that's same. Yes, maybe next year when we go to California.
It's going to be someday. I'll be going caching. I'll be at some of the other events. I definitely want to go to the Midwest Geobash someday. And
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'll be there, but I'm definitely looking forward to meeting the two of you guys.
As you as well, sir. Thank you so much. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate that.
Called in. I'm not much of a story. Don't have any chance of winning, but always looking for practical geocachers or practical geocaching free gifts.
Hey, man, you can't go wrong with free gifts, man.
Jim.
We'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. It's funny. He says that Jesse's an introvert too.
Oh,
Jesse's
yes.
as well. You wouldn't know it. Oh, maybe you would be if you talked to Jesse, but no, Jesse's a huge introvert. In fact, Chad, here's a funny story. First time I ever took Jesse to an event, okay, Jesse got loaded. Loaded because it was the only way she would talk to people was she had to be drunk. So she got loaded do you remember that, Jess? You probably don't remember much of it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean Jesse's huge introvert. Yeah, Jesse's real shy, but you're coming out of your shell. Look, you talk on a mic now.
I know. I never ever would have done this before.
You went for fun,
but yeah, and honestly, I think it's because I know geocachers are good people.
Is it a safe environment? Do you consider it a safe environment?
Absolutely. I mean, 7 years ago, I never would have gone to an event by myself. I never would have put myself in front of a camera and put myself out there. And I mean, I definitely agree with Scott. I think that I've had the same experience that he has, that it's really brought me out of my shell and introduced me to people, and absolutely.
Considering I'm such an extrovert and you were such an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how much did you have to drink that night, Jess?
I don't know. My gosh, that was like
7
years and years and years ago.
You'd actually had a lot. Trust me, she had a lot.
I'm not a drinker. I'm really not a drinker.
Except for the now we are.
I think that's right. No, I think that's probably, Scott. That is the only time you've ever seen me drunk. One and only.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was probably 7 years ago.
Yeah,
that's the only time I've seen her drunk. Yeah, you'd never see me drunk.
Nope,
no.
Never.
Yeah. But except when I come up on her front porch, Jambalaya says. What were you on the front porch when what did he do when you came up?
I don't know. I remember him coming here, but
hello, didn't we? I don't remember. All right, Chad. So what do you think? The calls have stopped. Who wins?
Who wins?
Who wins, Chad?
I'm not sure.
What chat room? Who wins? Give us yours.
Yeah, let's hear from the chat room.
Chat room. Let's hear it. Before I give mine, I'll let the chat room go before I give mine, because I don't want to. Or before you give yours, chat. Guys, who do you think ought to win tonight? Who's got the best story? How it changed your life? Who's got the best story? Because I don't think anyone else is calling in. I don't know. I got a nurse. We've got the love story. Which love story? Whose love story is that? We've done a couple of love stories. You got to give me more than that, Houston, Texas.
Yeah, we had New York and Carrot Killer on the love stories.
Right. And me and Jesse.
We can't win,
Scott. You can't win. Sorry.
I know I can't win. Chuck and Miller says, but work. Oh, come on, Dan. You can call in anyway. What's that all about?
Work. Love story.
A newbie.
The newbie.
Which one's the newbie? Is that the
nurse?
Oh.
The nurse. Mm-hmm. The very first caller.
Looks like the nurse has got it. Looks like the nurse is
running. Yeah.
Nurse.
Everybody looks like the nurse has run away with the Chad. What do you say? Honestly, Chad, I
Uh,
was going to say the nurse. That's what I was going to say.
I would. That was one of my top two. So, yeah,
What was your
I'll
other
go
one?
with the nurse.
Let me hear your other one.
My other one was the gorilla carrot killer. So,
The carrot killer one.
yeah,
Wife. I met my wife that way.
yeah, but
You didn't
you
call
don't
in,
count.
Scott.
You didn't call in.
Hold on, I'll call in. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'll call in.
Yeah, they're all in agreement in the chat room.
Yeah. All right. Nurse newbie wins it. Hey, you got to commit to it now, kid. You can't quit now. And who was
Yeah.
it? What was his name?
Michael.
Michael. Oh yes. Yeah. All right. You got his address.
I do. Yeah.
All right, Michael.
Awesome.
You're winning the big prize, kid. Congratulations. And I got to hide caches because it's for hiding caches. So, congratulations, sir. Well done. And thanks to everybody who called in. We appreciate it. The newbie wins. So, we appreciate it so much, everybody who called in and make this show what it is. Thank you so much. We love hearing from you guys. We love hearing your stories. And let's move this along. So, Chad, next week's show.
Mhm.
Chad.
Well, before we go on, it's like I wanted to say other areas where it has changed my life.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry. Go
So,
ahead.
expanding my knowledge, especially with mysteries, puzzle caches, earth caches,
Mhm.
all those things, even where I go, where I goes,
Mhm.
teaching me about things, and also meeting lots of close friends.
Yes. That, oh, absolutely. Yes. One of my best friends I met geocaching, Cody. Cody Dog. I met him.
Bork.
He married Jesse and I, for Christ's sake. Yeah.
And believe it or not, I'm fairly introverted. Why not?
Like Jesse introverted? Jesse's like doesn't talk to anybody introverted.
I used to be that level of introverted.
Yeah.
So
Like deathly afraid of people.
right.
Yep.
So a lot of that got rid of a lot of it through work being what I do and interacting with people.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I was still relatively introverted, and, I was pretty introverted when I first started on the GCPC, and it's like I had to break out of that shell. I'm still probably one of the most, definitely one of the most reserved on the show. So,
Well, why? Here's a question, Chad. Before we get off the air, we have to get off the air because we have a Patreon show to do.
right.
So, why would you say I want to be a host of a podcast when you're an introvert?
Because I love the subject matter.
Oh, fair enough. That's a good answer. There you go. Very good answer. All right, Chad. Anything else, sir?
And that's it for me.
All right, guys. Next week's show, we're bringing back. Many times on this over the years, we've had the topic geocaching etiquette as one of the topics, and this next week is geocaching etiquette, community cache repair. Everybody's favorite topic, the community cache. This is Cody's favorite topic, community cache repair. So we're going to be talking all about community cache repair. Is it good? Is it bad? Community maintenance, kids. Let's talk community maintenance next week. That's next week's show. Thanks everybody for calling in. We appreciate it so much. Chad, always a pleasure. Jesse, always a pleasure. Guys, thanks for calling in. Chat room was awesome. What I saw, I tried to catch as much as I could. Hold on. So Sakura says, quick question. First time watching live. Do I stay here for the patron show, or is there a link on the patron page? There is a link on the patron page. You will get a link in Patreon. Is where it will be. It'll be a new link for you. All right, guys.
It should go out through email.
Yeah, you'll get it. In your
or you can go to patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast, and it'll show up there. You may have to refresh your browser.
Yes. So look for that in like 10 minutes. Probably less than that. As soon as I get off the show, I'm going to start dealing with that. So, guys, all right, next week's show, geocaching etiquette. And if you are a patron of our show, first of all, thank you so much. We love you guys. Second of all, pub quiz coming up. So don't go to bed just yet, kids. Grab another beer and get your phone. Download Kahoot, and let's have some pub trivia. What do you say? All right, let's close the show. Please join us every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archived video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron on our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/The Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocache Magazine, the Max Suds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, and PatTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. We'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we will talk to you guys next week. We are clear. There we go.
I have a question.
Yes, my dear.
Who was the second place?
We didn't have a second place.
Well, isn't there a second place prize?
No, it was only first place prize.
Oh, okay, my mistake.
No, me and
So
Jim
sorry.
were back and forth about it. We said, nah, just
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my mistake.
That's okay. Yeah, no worries. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys next week. If you are a patron, so I would have to figure out my patron login. Come on, man. It's going to be fun. What's so hard about that? You need to have it automatically stay in your browser. All right, guys. If you're a patron, watch your email. I'll get to you very soon.